Hello, welcome to 10 at 10. My name is Michael Ramage. I'm the director of the Cyber Education Research Center here at Murray State University, and welcome back to 10 at 10. 10 at 10 is brought to you through a partnership between Murray State University, Grow West, the Technology Council of West Kentucky, KY Innovation, and local partner Sprocket Innovation in Paducah and the Kentucky Innovation Station in Madisonville. Welcome back to 10 at 10. This is episode 166. Every time I say these numbers, it's hard for me to believe that we've done this many 10 at 10s. But this week, we're going to be looking at some news. So let me just dive right into it this week. And I feel like every week I could come on here and say, well, this is a new ransomware target. This is a new group that's being targeted, or this is a new sector, or this is a new whatever, because it feels like the depth and breadth and scope of ransomware attacks is continuing to grow and grow and grow. And here's an NPR article. This was talking about a school in Minnesota. Minnesota public schools have been hit by a cyber attack. Hackers stole district data, including files where children were identifiable. So security numbers, school security details, information about sexual assault, psychiatric holds, a lot of information about these school children. The school refused to pay the ransomware, and the hackers released the data. So former students went online and found out that their data had been shared as a result of this cyber attack. Again, I'm not sitting here telling you to pay the ransomware, but what I'm saying is that a few years ago with the Colonial Pipeline, we learned that critical infrastructure wasn't off limits. There have been countless, and we're going to even talk about healthcare here in a minute, countless of healthcare attacks. In our state, there was a cancer clinic that got hit where they couldn't provide chemo to cancer patients because of a ransomware attack. And now, this story talking about children. If you think, and this is really the bottom line of this story, if you believe that your business is not going to be impacted by ransomware or criminal gangs because you're such a public good, because you don't do anything harmful to anybody, because there's no reason that you would want to harm our organization or the things that we do in our business sector, well, you're wrong. Everybody is a target. I've said this so many different times, but no, you are a target. We are all targets. It's about business. It's about making money. It's about what can a criminal organization do to get a return on investment. And if they think, even though in this case they didn't pay, if they think they can go after children information, then they're going to target children. There's nothing off limits in a criminally, morally corrupt mind. United Health is facing growing calls for accountability over cyber attacks. They got hit, and it created chaos across the healthcare industry, and they want accountability. And there's lawsuits, and there's different issues with it. And what to me, there's a couple of things that I want to take away from this. And first of all, this has caused billions of dollars of loss from healthcare. Had an impact, a lot of money impacted because of this cyber attack. But let me couple this with this next component. We talked about the NIST cybersecurity framework version 2.0 just came out. So this doesn't talk about version 2.0 because it would be impossible to have data, realizing the framework just came out a couple weeks ago. But what this 2024 healthcare cybersecurity benchmarking study found is that those that followed the NIST framework, cybersecurity framework, had lower insurance costs, cyber insurance premiums, than those that didn't. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the NIST cybersecurity framework is the best framework. Don't follow others. Follow this. We talked about frameworks a little bit on our on last week's episode. What my point with showing this is that this survey found lower insurance premiums. I believe the reason that they showed lower insurance premiums is because these organizations were showing a focused planning effort to reduce the security risk of their organization, meaning they had a plan. They just weren't adding security things. Oh, we should get a firewall. Oh, we should do endpoint detection. Oh, we should do better passwords. You should do all those things, but you should do all those things because you have a plan. And what the NIST framework provides is that plan. There's an ISO framework. There's, if you're doing different governance requirements or different industries, there's frameworks for you to follow in other areas as well. But what I think is really important, and I'm going to be really harping on this year, is that you need to pick a governance framework. The NIST cybersecurity framework, that'll suffice. Version 2.0 even builds in the governance component into the framework. You pick that governance, let the policies, the compliance, the governance push down what those security controls should look like. So you're implementing controls to protect your organization. You're implementing controls to detect a threat on your network, but you're not doing it out of context. You're doing it in the context, in the plan of how do you build the framework and push it down from there. That's the important piece. That's what I would recommend for you to do, and that's what you should take out of this. Do you actually, let me add this. Do you do it because your insurance premiums are going to go down? Actually, no. That's not why you do it. A benefit is, okay, your insurance premiums are going down. Why would an insurance company lower your premiums? They're lowering your premiums because the risk of you being attacked, the risk of them having a claim that they're going to have to pay is lower when you start following these frameworks. That's why you do it. The overall risk, this is about risk management. The overall risk to your organization is going to decrease the more that you plan, the better that you put a strategy together, the better off you're going to be. So that's why you do it. This is another one that I just thought was interesting. There's a hacker that claims that it has stolen ICE and US CIS data, which is U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. So now, what are they going to do with that data? There's a lot of sensitive information there. Again, this is just another attack that is such. Wait, why are they targeting these? Well, they figured out that there might be some money there to be made, so now they're targeting that. Last thing I'll have that I want to touch on is that this comes out of the UK, and this is concerning to me. Is that 1 in 3 businesses say cybersecurity has dropped as a priority. 1 in 3 businesses that responded to this survey has decreased the prioritization of cybersecurity. Now, at some point you can't increase. I mean, if it's a top priority, it's a top priority. It can't be a top priority. It's a top priority. But if the importance of cybersecurity has decreased, that's a concern to me. It's a concern to me because, actually, let me show this piece. Cybercrime cost Americans over $12.5 billion in 2023. The FBI Internet Crime Complaint Center, in their annual report, they had over 880,000 complaints, up 10% from the year before. Ransomware attacks spiked by 74%. All of these numbers are daunting, yet here we are decreasing the priority of cybersecurity in our organizations. That doesn't match up to me. I don't know how to reconcile those changes and prioritize all those pieces. There's a challenge there that we need to make sure that we're prioritizing cybersecurity appropriately, not too much. Don't scare everybody, but it needs to be a priority and built into what your organization does. Anyway, I hope you found these stories interesting. They'll be linked in the show notes. If you have questions on any of this, if you want to talk more about any of these topics, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to discuss. Have a good day. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next week back here on 10 at 10. Thank you. Bye.